Hello and welcome to the Bergcast. I'm your host, Brett Reed, and on this podcast series, we deep dive into the life of Division III athletes here at Heidelberg University. Today's guest is Taylor Ratliff. Let me give her a little introduction. Taylor, in high school basketball, was a 3-year captain, school record holder in threes, 4-year letterman, and racked up 1,000 points in her time there. She also achieved All-Ohio Special Mention, First Team Northwest District, First Team District 6 her junior and senior year, First Team Northern 10 Conference, earned the Crawford County All-Star Award, appeared in the North Central Ohio Underclassmen All-Star Game, and managed to bring her team to one Sweet 16 appearance, one Elite 8 experience, and one Final Four appearance. Not to forget about her amazing track and cross-country achievements, along with the many hours of community service she has done for her city. There are too many things to write down for Taylor's amazing acts in and outside of the classroom. So, yeah, there's a lot there. Not enough for this card. As for college, Taylor is a crew member and a part of the Berg Body Positivity Group. She is a starter on the women's basketball team as a freshman and already achieved JCU tip-off all-tournament team. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, that took too many tries for the first time, but yeah, welcome. You're the first lady we've had in a while and first girls basketball person we've had, so welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I guess we will start with, actually, the one thing I wanted to say before we start this podcast is we actually know each other from high school, and that's something that a lot of people on this podcast, you're the first person I know in high school that's on the show, so congratulations, I guess.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Me and Taylor met at a TLC conference. It's a community, it's actually a school, I don't know how to explain it. School
leadership service
group. Yeah, so we met at like a convention. So that's how I met Taylor. So yeah, this has come full circle somehow. Mm-hmm. All right, well, first question, where are you from? Is it big, small? What do you guys do there for fun?
Okay, so I'm from New Washington. I'm sure none of you have heard of it. It's about like 35 minutes from here. Super small. Graduated 43. Not even a stoplight in our town. We've got a Subway and a Dollar General. That's about it. Everything else is 20 minutes. So
what are the cities like next, like around you that you guys usually go to then?
Right. So we've got Willard. We've got Bucyrus. There's Crestline, Galleon. That's kind of what surrounds me.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously, I know where most of those places are at, but as for New Washington, not really aware, but I do know where most of those places are at. So, what was your high school like? Was it in New Washington? Was it big, small, private?
Yeah, so I went to a public high school, Buckeye Central. It was a really nice school. They actually just we had the pipeline go through our property, so we were able to make some additions, put an auxiliary gym, a new STEAM lab in our school, but I didn't get to use that because they weren't done with it, so it's fine. A little salty, but yeah, I mean, it was just a small public school, really nice. Loved all the people there. They're really great. Grew up with a lot of them,
So, I also graduated with 42 people. So, did you know your class and other classes just as well as your best friends?
Oh yeah,
you knew everybody.
Friends with everybody. Two of my friends, I don't know. Some of the people watching may know. They come up here all the time.
Okay,
because
gotcha.
they didn't go to college, so it's we're all really close. I was really close with a lot of people.
That's good. And so I'm guessing as a small high school, you guys were super tight, went to each other's games and stuff. And student sections, I'm sure were solid.
My two friends who don't go to college, they went all the way down to Wilmington last Saturday.
Wow.
For fun.
That's awesome.
Watch me play.
Yeah, it's awesome going to a small school because then you're tight with everybody, and then when you graduate, everyone's still kind of close.
Right.
So I completely understand that. That's awesome. So you're from New Washington. You go to Buckeye Central. What got you into basketball? Was it family? Where you went to school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've actually been playing basketball just ever since I was little, and I would say that's mainly just because my parents, they threw me in upwards league, so kind of been playing since then. I mean, I just kind of always loved the sport, played on a lot of different teams. I actually, one fun fact, I did not play AAU in high school.
Really?
A lot of people think that to play college basketball you have to play AAU, and I did not. Just because I was in a lot of stuff in my community, in my school, so I just didn't have the time, energy for it. But I did a lot of workouts on my own. I would shoot every day, especially when COVID hit, shot a lot.
Right.
But yeah, I just kind of always been playing it. If anything, I grew up more around football than I did basketball. My dad was a football coach, so I'm a big football girl, but I just kind of always loved it, and yeah,
that's
just
awesome.
kind of took off from there.
So do you model your game after anybody, or do you kind of just do your own thing, look up YouTube videos in class, or?
Right. That's a hard question. I would say honestly, my parents have kind of molded me, I guess. I try to, I hope that my game reflects the person that I am. So, like, I don't want to be, you know, I'm like, almost too nice sometimes, so I don't want to, you know, act one way on the court and then act different in person. I'm kind of, you know, I like to, like, I'm a big assist person. I love passing the ball to my teammates, so that's kind of why I'm a point guard.
Yeah.
But I would say my parents have always just kind of told me that, you know, you stay consistent with who you are. So I feel like that's really, like, the basis for my game.
Yeah.
And it sounds weird, like, that, you know, you expect,
sense.
like, a Michael Jordan or something like that.
No.
But, yeah, I just kind of try to, like, be the best teammate. Like, that's kind of, like, where I hope my game reflects.
That's good. That's awesome. That's a great answer, actually. I never really got that. Like, I guess, yeah, if you mold your, you know, game style after yourself, I guess that's a good way to, it's a good way to look at it. If you're, like, I'm trying to think of it as, like, a running standpoint, because, like, basketball kind of, like, hard, but, like, yeah, if you're a good person on the court, or if you're a good person outside of the court, you want to be a good person on the court. So, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. That was a good answer. So, you play basketball, great basketball player in high school. What got you to Heidelberg? Why Heidelberg?
Okay, so this is a really fun story. I had no clue what I was going to do. Like, if you told me this time last year, hey, you're going to Heidelberg to play basketball, okay.
Right,
like, I did not know. I didn't really know if I even wanted to play in college, just because I had a lot of other things I was really interested in. But basically, I like, me being who I am, I prayed about it a lot, and it led me here. So that's kind of how that happened. There's not really a direct answer. It kind of happened, honestly. Both my parents actually went here. So my parents,
wow.
Right, my parents met here. So my mom played softball for 4 years and basketball for 2. And
wow.
My mom was on our Final Four team, so it's kind of fun. Like, when I go in the locker room, we've got that picture up there, so I get to see her. And my dad played football here for 2. So it was kind of special in that means, and it's kind of got a smaller feel to it.
Yeah, so, that's awesome. My friend Christian, both his parents went here, which is crazy because there's like a I don't know how to explain it. They're like a trend. Like, some people, if their parents go here, they go here. And if their parents go here, they don't want to go here. Yeah. So it's so funny because, like, I get to see the opposite. Like, right. Christian's like, oh, my parents went there, I don't want to go there. And your parents went here, so it makes you want to go here.
Right.
So, like, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. Was basketball in, like, one of the first decisions of college? Because I will be honest, I was like, I want to run in college. So I was like, whatever college can make me run, I'll go there.
Right.
So was basketball, like, if I could play basketball somewhere, I'm going to go there? Or was it just kind of, like, in the back of the mind?
Yeah, it was definitely in the back of the mind for me. I had a lot of stuff, like, I wanted to go be a Young Life leader. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to get trained to do that. So that was really one of the things that I kind of had to let go of to come here. I was going to go to Capitol to do that, but I just didn't. It was way too city for me, so that wasn't the place for me. But no hate against Capitol, but... yeah, basketball was definitely there. It was not my deciding factor, though. Okay. It was a lot of what I wanted outside of that, and because I'm interested in a lot of other things, but it definitely was nice that I could come here to play basketball, so kind of half and half, I'd say. Yeah.
And what is your major?
So I am a business and a psychology major, so looking to be like a high school counselor and a coach right now, but it's going to change a lot more. So if you ask me again,
you're
and
a freshman.
It's not that, so don't ask.
Yeah. You're a freshman, it's young, you got time. I just changed my major, so you'll completely understand it. So we will now transition away from the questions for a little bit. So we'll play a game.
All right.
I took some of your teammates, and I cropped down their picture that you guys took on picture day. Okay. I cropped it down. I tried to make it hard. We're going to see if you can guess who it is.
All right.
So there's 3 people. It's just the difficulty is all over the place. So you might be able to knock it out of the park, and you might not get any of them.
All right.
So no hate if you don't. But all right, here we go. We'll start with the first one.
Sec.
You can take your time.
Okay.
This is your first one. That is a hair strand. I'll tell you
Marissa.
that. Wow. That is exactly right. It is Marissa. All right, here's your next one.
Hallie.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's Annika.
Final guess?
It's Annika.
Final guess?
Yeah.
Okay. It is Annika. And this is your last one.
Okay. Maddie.
Wow. 3 for 3. that was impressive. I didn't think when I made those, I was like, there's no way she gets all of these. But you know what? Now that I think about it, like, you guys have a smaller team compared to some people, so I probably I probably should have made it way harder than it was. But yeah, congrats. You got all 3.
Thank you.
Gosh, dude. I got absolutely stumped. Okay, so now we'll move on to another question, and then we'll go back to a few more segments. So, what would you say is your biggest transition from high school to college, academically and, I guess, sports-wise as well. So,
okay. Yeah. Good question. So academically, I would say it's a lot more on your own. Like my senior year of high school, I just took like fun courses because that's what everybody does in their seniors. It's a lot more like the reading. I would say is hard for me. Reading's just not my strong suit. So I would say like having to do that on my own is something a little different. As far as basketball, I would say it's a lot faster. The game is. It's a lot faster. You got to be a lot stronger. So. Just that was kind of my focus throughout summer, like going into it, like that's what everybody says. So I'm like, all right, take their word for it.
Right.
So definitely like trying to be strong enough, especially like with my size, I'm a little smaller. So that was definitely an adjustment. The time commitment too is a lot greater than high school. So yeah, I would say that's.
Well, so like practices in high school, how long would like a practice be in high school, and then how long is a practice now? About the same or different?
Right, it's about the same. So our practices in high school, beginning of the year, we're looking at 2 hours. End of the year, looking at like an hour and a half. So, like, compared to, like, here, like, it's the same, but we do have, like, film outside of that, and if you're like me, you're injured, so, like, I have an hour of PT, too.
Yeah, right.
So, when you add all that together, it's a lot more, but, as far as, like, the actual on-court stuff, it's about the same.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I just figured that, because, like, obviously, I know that my practices are longer, and then some other people said their practices sometimes are shorter, so I guess it's wherever you come from and stuff like that, so academically, you said, like, it's harder to, like, just, like, kind of, like, focus a little bit more, but, like, living on your own, is that... Some people can adapt very well to that, and some people are not very well at adapting. How's it going so far? I mean, you're only a freshman, so how's it going so far?
No, I mean, it's going good.
So, all right, that's good.
I woke up this morning actually doing my laundry. Like, it's just... I mean, I like it. I think it's really fun. I miss, more than anything, my mom's cooking. If you guys know me, I like to kind of try to eat healthier, so I would say that can be difficult here sometimes, but... I like it. I mean, I think it's so fun. Like, I just think, I don't got nothing to do. Let me go downstairs and see my friends. Like,
exactly.
It's just really fun. So
it's an amazing life to live.
Yeah, right. Dorm life is a life.
so far, it's a great life. But okay, we will move on to the next segment. You sent me a few of your pictures, and you're just gonna explain to me what that day was like.
Oh.
And then I'll probably just ask you some questions like about that picture and stuff. So.
If I can remember.
Your first one is your high school picture you sent me.
Okay.
So there you go. Do you know anything about this game, or you can actually just talk to me about high school in general? So.
Okay. Well, I think I just chose this picture because I liked how my hair looked. If we're gonna be for real, but you can see in the back that's a Seneca East jersey. So, they're actually like 15 minutes ish from Berg. Really close school to here. That's our rival school, and like we were both at the top of the league. We were at the top of the district. So like junior senior year. We had to beat those guys to get out, and my best friend was on their team. So my best friend was their point guard, I was our point guard, and we had to guard each other every game.
Right.
So she plays at Ursuline now, but that game was always special to me because everybody else around us saw it as a huge rivalry, but we saw it like it's just us.
Yeah.
So that's like definitely a lot of memories, just like talking crap to her and laughing, and people like my coach got mad at me because I was over there laughing with her, and it's like, but yeah, my best friend just played, so that game was always really special.
So this is your guys' gym, I take it, right? Okay, so what was it like playing in your guys' gym? Do you guys always get student sections, or was your guys' like court and stuff like newer, older?
Right, so they actually, of course, after I left, got a new court.
Oh,
so if you go in there now, it's new court. They got new jerseys too.
Dang.
Coach people, if you're watching this, thank you. But yeah, I mean, I loved our gym, especially like from a small town. I grew up around like a lot of that community, so you'd run out and you just see everybody that everybody that loves you and supports you, and you walk into a restaurant and they're like, hey, like, everybody knows you. Yeah, so I mean, it was definitely special, something that you don't necessarily get here just because I didn't grow up here.
Right.
So it was definitely really special. I loved our gym, so yeah.
And just as a side question, because since we're talking about high school, you guys did play St. Mary's, right? And
yeah, we did.
I think you guys beat us, didn't you?
Yeah, we beat you guys in districts. Might have been my sophomore
We played
year.
at Willard, was it?
Willard?
Oh, yeah, Willard. My bad. Willard.
I think that's the dorm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely mine is like, yeah, but we played at Willard. And I remember going to that game. I don't know if we knew each other just yet, but I remember watching that game and I watched our girls get beat. But yeah, that's something we can both take in from that. All right, next one. Here we go. I really like this picture because it's like, I don't know, whenever I think of this picture, I always just like the people that always like introduce, you guys. It's like, it's super funny and it's just, I love it. Like, because everyone gets all hype and stuff. So, what does this the thing I want to ask you about this picture is, what is this feeling to you? Like, when you get introduced, you're walking out, like, what is the feeling you get from this?
I would say that the feeling is, like, I gotta go do my job, kind of.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, like, whether I play good or bad. It's that I want to make sure that all those girls, like, you can see, like, everybody's, like, so excited. Everybody's, like, you know, hyping you up. Like, it's that I gotta do my job to give them my full effort. But also, like, my family always sits on that side of the stands. So it's, like, I need to do my job to, like, represent them in the best way, like, possible. And represent myself in a good way. So I would say, like, kind of, like, whenever I'm going out, it's, like, no matter what happens, like, I always control my effort and how I act. So I would say that's really, like, it's time to go. Like, that's, like, where I'm feeling.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I love that picture. I just think it's a good picture in general.
Yeah, that was actually recent, so that one was really cool.
And this is the last one. So I assume you're taking a free throw, obviously.
Man,
all right, so
we don't know what could be going through my head in that, actually.
So who were you guys playing this game, do you know?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I still have my shoulder tape on, so it had to have been a couple weeks ago. Okay,
and so at the free throw line, I asked Isaiah the same question last week. Did you mold your free throw? I don't know how I worded it. Did you, like, because when I played basketball, I told Isaiah that my free throw had switched every single year I played basketball. It was never the same.
Yeah.
So, like, when have you had the same free throw form? Like, have you had it forever? Has it always been the same? Or did you kind of just change it throughout the years?
Okay, so, you know, 5th, 6th grade, you got to do the cool spin and dribbles.
Yeah.
So, that happened then. I would say probably about 8th grade. I had an AAU coach. He coaches at Willard now, actually, high school girls. But Coach Fall, he didn't like any of that. You don't go up there, you don't, whatever he said, just take a couple dribbles and shoot it. So ever since then, like, all throughout high school, it's just been the same. I just take 3 dribbles and I go, and I make sure I use my legs. But, I mean, before my free throw, I always imagine myself, like, at my house, I have, like, a barn that I shoot in. So I'm just always, like, you know, if I'm getting nervous, I'm just like, you're just in the barn. I just kind of imagine myself there because that's where I get my shots up in the summer. So that's kind of what helped me, like, block everything out, I guess, and focus.
That's a good way to, like, zone everyone out. I can't imagine what, like, people think at their free throw line because, like, I know, like, our student section, like, the guys' student section, when I went to the boys' game the other day, like, they were just in that guy's head. Like, I can't imagine trying to zone it all out, but that was awesome. Thank you for that. And then we move on to a few more questions, and then we will go into another segment. So, what is your biggest motivation playing basketball? Or, I guess, biggest motivation for going to college? So, either of those work.
Well, like, anything I do in life, obviously my biggest motivation is God.
Right.
Like, I am really big on, like just being a light in other people's lives and just, like, showing love to other people. So, with anything I do, that ultimately, like, comes first for me. As far as, like, smaller motivations, like, obviously my family, especially for basketball. Like, the time, the practices, you know, taking off of work, just, you know, buying me shoes, getting me to practice, all of that. Like, they've done so much. And my grandparents, like, going to AAU tournaments, my brother, you know, getting the short stick and having to come with us, like, all of that. I think that that's one thing that really does motivate me to do my best because, like, I am very thankful for, like, my support system. And definitely my teammates. Like, I don't want to let the person next to me down. So they're definitely a big motivation for me as well.
So, I see the cross under. Do you wear that for games, or do they allow that, or they don't allow that?
You can't wear jewelry when you play. But if you see me, I usually either have this on, or I have another one. My dad gave me this one. My grandma gave me my other one that I wear. But, I usually am wearing this one. This is my faith one. But it definitely, I just, like, for me, like, this is, like, a symbol of, like, when I put this on, it's, like, it's a remembrance of, like, what I represent and what I'm representing. So
that's awesome. I usually wear I don't have mine on right now, but I usually wear mine, like, to meets, but obviously, you can't wear them either. But,
I wore mine during cross.
In high school, what I did was, I don't know, like, I never got in trouble for it, but I would take I'm sure, maybe the chain part, I would take it off, and I would tie it to my shoelace.
Okay.
But I would never wear my necklace during a race because I just, for some reason, when it would, like, bounce, I couldn't take it. I completely understand. So do you guys say, like, okay, so I know not a lot of people, like, I know before, like, meets or game day or whatever, like, people go in and they say prayers and stuff. Like, my team, well, some of us, we say a prayer before we go and race. Mm-hmm. Like, do you guys have some people who go in and say a prayer? If not, it's completely understandable. Yeah. But do you say a prayer to yourself, maybe a prayer with your team, or? Yeah.
So really, like more so at the beginning of the year, we did this. Like a couple of us would kind of like at home games would go out in the hall and just say a quick prayer together. In the locker room, though, our coaches do a good job of, before we go out, they just say to pray in your own way because it might not apply to everybody.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Like, before we go out, we usually huddle up, we're all in, we all have our hands in, and it's just pray in your own way. So we always do that. I usually, like, throughout the warm-up when we go out, I usually take a time, whether it's in my head or whatever, to, I need them prayers. So I usually am doing that, too.
That's awesome. And I completely understand that. Well, see, the thing with me is I understand it because I come from a Catholic private school, so I completely understand like saying a prayer before and stuff like that. But some people still have it in their memory even though if they didn't go to a private school. So it's awesome that faith is in a lot of sports, especially in Heidelberg, which is crazy. So all right, so next question. I know you're only a freshman. I know it's only been about a semester and like what, 2 weeks, whatever. The next question is, what is your favorite memory here at Heidelberg? Do you have one so far?
Man, that's a really hard question.
Like, I guess because you're younger, I guess, so it's hard, but like maybe like favorite sports memory here that you had. Favorite basketball moment that you had, I guess.
Favorite basketball moment? Man, I don't know. That's like really hard.
I know. I mean, it's easier to ask the seniors and stuff like what their favorite memory is, but
I feel like my favorite memory is just like, oh man, there's so many right now. You really have me.
Well, that's good. That's good that there's a lot.
I don't know. Honestly, just, like, hanging out with my teammates. Like, just, like, laughing in the locker room or, like, making jokes. Like, I would say all of that. Like, obviously I love, like, playing with them on the court, but a lot of it off the court where we're just, like, having fun, like, no worries, stress-free, carefree. Like, I would say that, like, it sounds small, but, like, those are my favorite moments.
That's awesome. Yeah, and those usually those moments are the ones that are the best.
Yeah.
Like, bus rides. Bus rides are... Yeah. I love bus rides. For our team, so I mean, I completely understand that. So now we are going to move on to the Soda Pop segment. So shout out to Chad Kresser and Soda Pops in downtown Sandusky for allowing us to try their products for the show. I'll put their link somewhere on the screen so you guys can go check them out. But anyway, we have a new segment today. Well, it's a Soda Pop segment, but a new little challenge. So what we're going to do is I have some Bean Boozled here. I don't know if you guys have ever played Bean Boozled, but essentially what it is there are jelly beans in here, but there's a bunch of them that taste really, really bad. Like, I'm talking like
bad.
Like gross. But the ones that you get that are good are like actually really good. So, like, I'll give you an example. So, a blue one could either be toothpaste or like blue raspberry. So, but we won't know until we eat it. But I didn't want to just pick them out and eat them because that would be too boring. So, I made a true or false question list for you. What we're going to do here is, I'm going to ask you a true or false question. If you get it right, me and you both do not have to eat one. Okay. But if you get it wrong, me and you both have to eat one. Oh, okay. So you're playing for both of us. Okay. So, like, if you get one wrong, I also have to eat one. So I'm really hoping that you get all these right. But I tried to make them a little difficult, so that way we would try to eat at least one. Okay. So, all right. Okay, gotcha. First, true or false question. True or false? The old softball field used to be where the pond is now.
True.
That is correct. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
False.
That is incorrect.
Dang, I know! I was like, that's way too out there.
Alright, so me and Taylor are both going to choose one. If we... I should pull up a trash can if you have to spit it out. Actually,
we got it.
Okay, we're just gonna eat it whole, whatever. All right, so, I guess I'll shake one out, and you can.
Here, you can just
All right.
Okay. Should we look and tell them what it could be?
Yeah. I won't take the blue one just yet. Oh, okay. All right.
Did we both get the same one?
Did we get the same one?
Oh no.
All right, so she got hers is either booger or juicy pear.
Oh no.
And mine is either rotten egg or buttered popcorn. So, all right, ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, go. I'm so scared. Mine was butter popcorn. Does it not taste like good?
Mine's definitely booger. 100% booger.
Is it like salty?
it's like
There's water right there if you need to use it.
It's crusty. It was not good.
Mine was okay. Mine was good.
Okay.
Thank God.
Alright, I'm actually going to take a drink.
Alright. After you get that, I'll
That
ask
was
you another
rough.
question. That was rough. Alright.
Okay.
Next question. There's 10 of these, so. Alright. Next question. Williard burnt down once.
True.
That is true. It did.
My dad used to live there, actually.
It did burn down.
Cool.
Next
Not
question.
Cool,
There are 28 bones in a human foot.
false.
That is incorrect. There is 28.
Have they all been true?
So far, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that great.
What was it? 28?
Yeah, 28.
Dang. Okay.
All right. Here, I'll give you the blue one.
Alright. So toothpaste or...
Toothpaste or I feel like
Raspberry?
toothpaste isn't like low-key
It would
that
be
bad.
mint.
Like it's just like
Yeah.
minty. Mine is dirty dishwater or
Oh.
birthday cake. All right.
That's,
You ready?
That's unfortunate, yeah.
Ready? Oh, mine's birthday cake.
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry? Okay.
It is really good,
Wow,
actually.
that actually was really good. I'm getting lucky. I got 2 good ones. Alright. Next question. One of our Heidelberg president's house got blown up one time.
You know, I know what I want to say, but, false?
It is true.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
it actually did get blown up one time. I don't know, it was like a long time ago. But yeah, his house actually did get blown up. So
Whose was it?
it was like, I don't know, but I guess like some students try to blow it up. That is actually a true story. I think that building is actually the founder. No, not founders. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the buildings on campus right now.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
All right. Oh my God, I just grabbed like 5. All right. It is. We both got the same one,
Oh.
and it is birthday cake or dirty dishwasher. So I don't know.
They're probably... Oh, I don't even know.
All right, ready?
Let's just do it. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, mine's not birthday cake. I can tell you that.
Birthday cake. Yeah, this does taste really good.
Mine tastes like soapy water. That's what mine tastes like.
Ew.
No, it is not. It's not great. It tastes like soap. Alright. Wow.
Okay. Sorry. It's my bad.
It's alright.
It's on me.
I had good ones so far, so I'm not mad. Alright. Wow.
You okay?
Yeah. Alright. True or false? Fish cannot blink.
True.
That is correct.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Okay. True or false? The music hall used to be a chocolate factory. Please.
False?
That is correct.
Okay. You really got me second guessing yourself here. Like, I don't know what these are gonna be.
True or false? Spaghetto is a singular word for a piece of spaghetti.
True.
That is correct.
Okay.
True or false? Kirk Cousins is an NFL quarterback from Heidelberg University.
True.
That is incorrect.
Ah! I thought maybe.
I mean, that sounds like a dude who's from Heidelberg. Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Like, come on. All right.
Like farm town
You can pick
cousins?
you can pick your poison here.
I'm going this one.
Okay.
Sorry if that's...
So you got, what's that? Let me see that. Okay, so she has either pomegranate or Old Band-Aid. All right, that's an odd flavor.
No.
And I have stink bug or toasted marshmallow. Oh my lord.
Did you
please.
say old Band-Aid? How does that?
Yeah,
How do they even know
I
what
don't
that
know.
tastes
Wait, let me
like?
see that one. Oh wait, no, that one's pink. Wait.
How did you even come up with?
Or
what
that might
tastes
be
like?
that might be Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
I guess we'll see.
All right, I
Ready?
just hope mine's not stink bug. All right. Yeah.
Mine's good, whatever it is. It tastes like
Mine's fine.
the pink mouthwash is exactly what this tastes like.
Oh, yeah, mine's fine. I don't mean, it doesn't taste good, but it's not
Do you
like
like the bad flavor?
it's not like good or bad. Like it just tastes like a normal. Like I just ate a jelly bean.
Okay.
All right, we have 2 more questions.
All right.
Venus is the hottest planet.
Dang, I'm gonna look dumb.
Well, I'll tell you when I guessed it, I got it wrong.
Okay.
So we'll both look dumb.
True.
It is the hottest planet.
Okay, cool.
Mercury,
cool.
I thought it was Mercury because it's closest, but I guess that's not correct.
Okay.
So, yeah. And the last question is, Brett is actually my middle name.
False. It's going to be true. It's true.
It's false. You're
Oh
right.
my
You're
God.
right. Okay. So that's the end of that segment. Thankfully, wow, that was tough.
Okay.
So that wasn't too
Not
bad.
terrible.
All right,
No.
no, that one was just pretty bad. It just tastes like soap water. So that's all. Alrighty. Well, thank you for playing for that. All right, we have 2 more questions, and then we'll get you out of here.
Okay.
So, last question is, what is your advice for upcoming freshmen?
Okay.
If you had any.
Right. I would say my advice is to really, take the time before you get to college or before you get to what your next chapter is to really, know who you are and understand who you are, what you believe in, what you stand for, what you don't. I think that's something that I did before I came to college, and I think it's proven to be beneficial, just to, play out situations in your head and really, understand what you would choose to do, things like that. And I would also just say to not hold back. Don't be fearful. Life goes on. You're gonna hit bumps. Things are gonna suck. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have great days. When you move in, it'll be hard too. That was one thing that was hard, is just not seeing your family every day for me. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's the best time ever. Some days you'll feel like that, but other days it's gonna be hard. And I would just say to just really stay true to yourself and just know that you're not alone. Everybody around you is going through it too. So, yeah, that's probably.
That's a great answer.
Thanks.
And so, what would be your advice for upcoming basketball players?
I would say definitely work hard in the summer. That's one thing that I think really helped me, was just lifting and doing a lot of running on my own. Just not only mentally it builds you stronger, but physically, obviously. And I would say just to be confident and just look forward to it. It's it's a fun time. It's a privilege. You get to play at the next level. All of us are fun, so that's fun.
Yeah,
but, yeah. But I would say just really work hard when you have the chance, and it's just basketball. If you have a bad day, it's not your life. There's life goes on. There's so much more outside of life, but to just give all of your effort to everything that you do, whether it be basketball, school, whatever it is, just do it to your best of your ability.
It's a good answer. I like that.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, and that will wrap up our questions, but I didn't want this to go unnoticed, so I have one more question for you. So, in the card, I obviously didn't have enough room to talk about your community service or your school, what you did in school, so I'm going to give you that time to, talk about what you did for your community or what you did inside school, so obviously TLC and stuff, and I seen on the list you sent me, you did stuff for veterans and stuff like that. So yeah, if you could just talk about that, that would be great. I'll give you the chance to talk about it.
Okay. So back home, I do food pantry every week. Well,
awesome.
It's every 2 weeks for our church. So that was a big thing that I did service wise. Actually, my senior year, probably the hardest thing but most rewarding thing I've ever done for community service was. I don't know if you know or have ever seen them, but in Willard they have them. I know. I think Sandusky. I don't know if Sandusky does. I forget. There's a couple other areas that have them, but they're called hometown hero banners, and basically.
Oh wait, is it the ones that hang up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I basically did that for our town.
Okay.
So it was a really stressful, some days I was this was such a bad choice. I did not need this. But basically my senior year, I really wanted to do that. I thought that it was so cool that they had them. I thought that it'd be, doable to do it. So, I had to talk to, our principal, superintendent, village council, make an order form, get somebody to print them, get it out there write an article. But that was one of the things I did do, was kind of get that started for us. So at the end of my senior year, we were able to hang all of those up. So we got them going for our town. So that was probably one of my favorite things I've ever done, service-wise. But yeah, I just do a lot of stuff. I've done Wreaths for America. Those are for veterans as well. You lay them on the graves. Ohio Flags of Honor. It's they have one for every single servicemen and women from Ohio. So then they would go and stake the ground and do that. And my dad and I woke up at 6:30 a.m.
That's awesome.
One time on the 4th of July just to go help, because it's all volunteer based. So
Right.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I could go on for forever about that. But I do a lot of just in school I was involved a lot. So just a lot of, I think service is one of the main things that really makes me who I am. So Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. I mean, I love my city, my hometown, more than, like, the next guy. Mm-hmm. So I completely understand, like, you giving back to your city and stuff like that. Like, I think maybe it's because I'm lazy. Who knows? But I really love Sandusky so much, and I would do anything for Sandusky. Mm-hmm. But it is awesome that you go out of your way to help your community, and even if it's like school related, like so what? It's school related. You gotta do it, but you still did something for your for your community, which is awesome. And I didn't want that to go unnoticed because obviously that's great. To have on a resume or anything. So yeah, thank you. Yeah. I want to thank you for coming on. Obviously. We took a few days to get this done, but, we got you on, and it was fun, and thank you for eating Bean Boozled with me as well.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Thank you for coming on. Guys, leave your comments down below who you guys want to see next, and that's all I have for today. So we will see you guys in the next one.